funny. I'm just trying to make it out here till I can't breathe no more.
Hey guys, hey y'all. Welcome.
What's going on?
Good evening, good day, whatever it is. If y'all could only understand the conversation before he hit the record button. I sit here for a moment, I make faces. I gotta get my oxygen right. I gotta get my energy right. I'm in here snapping and clapping, but welcome y'all. It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Bishop.
What's going on? I don't like this. You may say welcome
I do.
to another episode.
Welcome to another
Let's do
episode
that.
of Magic Moments with the
37
Mosleys.
seconds in.
Welcome to this week's edition of Magic Moments with the Mosleys. We was talking about spontaneity, and I said I want to be spontaneous. I don't want to have this rehearsed. I want to come on and be real, right? So again, welcome. Happy New Year.
Yes, happy New Year.
I have not been here in a minute. He was talking about he likes consistency, and I said, we consistent, but I don't want to get on here if I don't have nothing to talk about. I don't want to just be rambling. I want to have something of some substance. So, but welcome y'all.
I am substance, so anything that comes out my mouth, I feel is substance.
He just wants to be so businessy and professional, but I just want to get in here, just clap. Anyway, welcome y'all. It's Saturday. Today is January 25th. I just celebrated my 40th birthday. Capricorn. I still plan to celebrate. I'm gonna celebrate for the rest of the year.
Oh God.
I told him I was celebrating all January, but we just gonna make this a year thing. So he better have his coins ready. You got some coins for me?
No.
At least some energy or some stamina.
I got that.
40 is the new 20. Not that I ever want to repeat my 20s again. Leave that where it may be.
Yeah.
What's going on, Bishop?
Nothing much. Just another day, another dollar, another day. Got my daughter turning 13.
Scary.
Yeah.
Little women are scary. I still look at BB and I'll just be like, God still got jokes. Little girls are different. Different.
I'm here for all of it.
Lies.
I'm good.
They gonna wear you out.
I doubt it.
They gonna wear you out.
I doubt it.
The two, BB and Naira together, the conspiracy, they be conspiring to break his, to just break him.
But we have conversations, so I think I ain't working. They'll be alright. They'll be fine.
So we got Naira turning 13. Awesome. I just turned 40.
Then Bud turns.
But it's
10.
gonna be a double-digit midget.
Yep.
I get so sentimental about our kids' birthdays. Every year is different, but the milestone birthdays, of course. Jalen will be 21.
Yeah.
Like, 21.
He already living this 21 life. So he like it ain't that new to him. He already in that college life. So
I'm proud. I'm one proud mama.
So what's been going on in the news? Anything
Oh my gosh.
What do you know?
Unfortunately, we still have Agent Orange as president. I'll say that. But yeah. No. I don't know if I really follow news. I probably follow like celebrity news, but nothing that's to write home about.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather dive into our conversation than talk about celebrity
Oh no, I
news.
just asked what was
I wanted to say thank you to you. It was probably killing him to hold secrets because he planned a birthday getaway for me. We went to DC. We had fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
I love getting away with you because I feel like, not that I ever fall out of love with you per se, but it gives us a moment to like really appreciate each other. But for him to keep secrets, he even planned a surprise gathering. We had like a little surprise couples night. That was one to write home about.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
That was fun.
I enjoyed it, and I'm very proud of you that you even had the idea to do so. I appreciate it. This year thus far has been a blessing, so I'm grateful.
I'm
grateful.
for you.
I'm in such a great headspace. I am. I did hot yoga today, and the whole time I just kept thinking peace. I'm at peace.
That's good. I'm glad you're at peace.
I am finally.
Woo-hoo.
Finally.
Woo-hoo.
Listen, and I receive what the universe has for me. She was explaining when you get in this Savasana. Please don't shoot me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but it's the position where you just lay still. You're supposed to practice stillness. No moving because you're exerting energy. But when you lay in this position, you lay with palms down, or hands down, palms up, she said, because you want to be able to receive what the universe is dropping. So these, I want to receive.
Face down, ass up, what do you receive?
Mosley's. You're so dumb. You received Mosley's, and we ain't having no more of those. My coworker said that. She emailed me, and this week when I had to call her to ask her a question, a legal question, she said, "You sure you're not pregnant?" I said, "Listen, stop." I said, listen, as I told the doctor, I'd rather you set me on fire than for you to tell me that I was pregnant. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Flame on.
No more Mosleys. Yeah. I love y'all, but no. So what we got this week? Soulmates. This conversation, I really wanted to dig into that. I'm going to tell you, get into this communication thing. We're not going to avoid communication this year. That's a topic of importance that needs to be priority. But this week we're talking about soulmates. Mm-hmm. Are you with your soulmate? Do you know what a soulmate is?
Do you believe in soulmates?
Do you believe in soulmates? Yeah. What's a soulmate?
What's a soulmate?
What's a soulmate?
What? Who's that?
What's your definition? Give me the I'll give you the definition of a soulmate, and then you give me your rendition of what a soulmate is. So it says a soulmate is a person ideally suited to another as a close friend or romantic partner.
A close friend or
romantic partner. But give me your rendition. Give me your idea of a soulmate.
What did it say again?
Hold on. A person ideally suited to another as a close friend or romantic partner.
Like besties. So the besties like soulmates or something?
They could be. Because I was reading, there's different types of soulmates.
Right. What is my idea of a soulmate? And I only look at it one way, like in relationships. Now, because you can meet people and y'all be very good friends and not compatible in one. I think with soulmates, now, let me say this.
I like that you said that. Look, now I need to text myself. I'm just going to write this thought down so I don't forget it.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now, I feel people, all right, I'm not going to go into what do I feel a soulmate is, as far as definition, because I don't know to say. I feel soulmates, you don't find them. You just don't. Now, I ain't gonna say that because there's some people that meet each other and it's like wow, like everything, but you still have yet to. When you first meet somebody, you're like, oh wow, this person's the one. They're everything that you. Yeah, that's on the outside. Because a lot of people dress up things to be a certain way until you
really get to know them.
Yeah, and then you get to know them. Because when you're looking for something, you're going to see all the things that you want it to be. All them qualities is going to stick out to you. You know what I mean? Until you start to actually dig in and get deep in the person. So I feel that all people intertwine, becoming one, and so becomes like soulmates. Like you become one, regardless if you believe in the religious factor or not, because you're around that person and you're entangled with that person. Your thoughts become their thoughts. Your patterns become their patterns. So
it's an over time
thing.
Yeah,
y'all even start to talk alike, do things alike.
I think there's two. For me, I think there's two different kinds. Like one, like you said, where you meet a person. Like soulmates exist and then they find each other. But then a soulmate can also be built.
Right.
Per se.
Yeah.
I do feel like sometimes you encounter people, and not even just on a relationship, like husband, wife, or man, woman, relation, that type of thing, but like friendships or just even people on a spiritual realm. I feel like, I think I don't know if it's called twin flames or there were other descriptive words that they gave to it, but I do feel that you come in contact with people and it does, like you said, it just be like a wow factor. Right. Like you've known this person all your life, or like you were meant to engage with this person.
Right.
I believe the universe does operate in that manner.
Because it goes with, to me, and this is, I'm not a professional on it. I feel that it is the things you hold dear, things that you hold most dearly. That even with a friend, like you might come and y'all have the same passion for certain things and something that intertwines you, like that locks y'all. That's y'all bond. That's y'all glue. Even growing up, like I use for example, like all of us, so to say, when I don't know if they grew up like this now, but like in the hood, we all grew up together. So you will see that group of dudes or group of kids that as we grew up, we all act the same. Like we all did the same things. We had our different pattern, but there was certain things that made us the same. You know what I mean? Like that locked us, so that now here we are in our 40s, we're still that way. You know,
I understand.
Like it's like, for instance, like my cousin always like, I was thinking about, I'll call him, and when he say I was thinking about, like that beat our feel, that's our thing. Like we know
soul ties.
Right. So and you can have that in friendships. People that you hold dearly and that you trust with everything.
In terms of relationship, in a romantic sense though, can you give me a few words that could describe a soulmate?
In a relationship?
Yeah, relationship wise. So like I wrote down chemistry.
Okay.
Safety. And then the word harmonious.
Right, and that all comes over time. Because that's, and I ain't gonna, not to jump off relationships, but that's how powerhouse football teams are built. From being with each other for so long, being in that locker room, being in that closed setting with someone. Like I know people in like, because you're locked in. So like we're in here together all the time. We gotta survive. We become together. One, right? And I feel a lot of people don't. First, you can't be selfish. Being a selfish person is on guard to a lot of things of opening and recognizing another person. So I think in order to come into that soulmate realm, you have to be selfless. You do. To be able to absorb what that person is saying and what that person's feeling. And, yeah, because so it goes to the point where I know when you're uncomfortable even without you telling me. Even if it's a look. I can go around somebody with that look and they won't have no clue
what it means.
Yeah. Or what's wrong. Like versus you going around the people that know, like I know that look. I know that sound in their voice, the choice words they use. You can tell exactly where that person's at. And that comes from being with them intertwined for so long. Like down to hugging your friend. Like, and I say that for men, because for men it's a difference. You just ain't hugging no man. Like you really have to care for that person. I remember it was a time before like the death toll started getting crazy where dudes wouldn't even tell the next man, look bro, I love you. You see what I'm saying? But now people are passing. They have to have a man leave. Yeah, and people are leaving here at an alarming rate that you have to let people know exactly how you feel. Yep, giving their flowers. And plus it's something that we all need. And it's sad to me, like the people that don't get to witness that, because everyone needs that interaction. They do. I feel everyone has a soulmate. It's taking the time to get and to that place. Yeah, it takes time. It do. I think I've more or less before in life or years ago, I would have assumed like a soulmate, like you said. That's my other part of where like you meet a person and then it's just automatically everything that you want, need, and more. Right. But in our relationship, I feel like when we initially got together, through our journey of getting to where we currently are, we weren't soulmates at first. Right. But I feel like we worked to be each other's all in all, and that's what makes us soulmates. Like you just get me. Right. Sometimes. I'm not gonna say it, but you get it. Right. You get it. I mean, whether you agree or not, but you get it. Yes. So to me, that count. That's one thing that I say that makes you my soulmate. And you know how you get there? Allowing a person to be able to tell you their history. you see what I'm saying? To understand, if you don't, all right, let's just say you don't.
That's
know.
why I say agreeing or
Right.
agreeing or not. Like,
if you don't know a person's story, and you don't, and yourself, like you don't want to know, you have to know about that person.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not just going to know when you meet, like, you know, people, because then you don't know.
yeah, you'll never know everything.
Right.
And not say never know everything, but you will never know everything up front. Like,
Right.
now.
But people ain't gonna tell you. You know what I mean? You find out, you're like,
Oh, she really crazy.
what I sign up for.
Yeah, too late.
So now, right? So you have to understand that person's story, judgment free, and figure out. Okay, a lot of it is learning how to be different than what
they're used to. So that's why the word safety. I thought of safety. Like, so for you and I feel like I am safe with you, safe in a physical sense, and then safe also in a literal sense. Like, I could come to you, or I could tell you, or I could share with you, and like you said, it'd be judgment free or without like
right.
a agenda being behind it or what have you. So you get it.
Yeah, and it's and I told you, didn't I tell you I'm not gonna get off subject, but because I want to put what I think. There's things I feel everyone, when they're paying attention to the other person, can get to that stage.
But you have to want to.
You got right, and I was going to get that, because if you're in something and it's not for the entanglement of y'all two, and it's for other reasons, comfortability, finances, and I'm
in a relationship.
Yeah, for the kids. Like, if you're in it for certain things, and I'm just in it for, the comfortability of how y'all live, or you're not going to get there because it's you're in it for them certain reasons, and you have reasons why you in it. Yeah. When you in it, there's no reasons why you in it. You're in it for the whole thing.
It's all in nothing.
Yeah. So you'll understand that kids are going to leave. That's going to happen, and you have to know it's about me
Us.
and you.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So let's just say, God forbid, which is not going to happen. I don't even worry about that. But if things were to be taken away, we know we still got us. Mm-hmm. People say that all the time, but is that true?
Yeah.
Because the person to lose their job, and then now when it's heavy on your end, now all of a sudden you feel you got to take it. So I look at it like, and these things do happen where you got to suck it up and know that, okay, everything is going to be fine, but there's work every day. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Don't think that you just know Bishop this day, because I'm growing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I expect the same for you. So I'm looking to learn something new from you in this journey. But if we're going at the same pace, then you stay locked into that. And I also feel in that realm that it can't be broken. It can be broken if you break it. You let other things start to creep in. I feel that the mold gets chipped away. Mm-hmm. When you start doing things that's out of character, that's out of y'all realm. Mm-hmm. Like let's just say you might feel I'm your soulmate, but then I'm doing other things. I feel that you start to feel it.
Do you feel that I'm your soulmate?
Do I feel that you're my soulmate? That's what I was saying about. I would say in the realms of what it means. Now, like believing in soulmates. Like,
you stuck with me either way. So.
Yeah, but it's like some people might not believe into that thing. Like, I believe that we are one and we're one body. So if that's what you want to call it, yeah. I mean, we're there, and I don't see it dying because we work to keep it alive. Like when I hear people like we was off of Bad Boys when he was like, Marcus, when the last time you had sex? When you had I feel like. When we throw them shots out there and we show, it's like showing marriage get slow.
And it does at times, though. It does, because I mean, not in a sense just like a intimacy or sex thing, but there are like peaks and valleys. There are highs and lows.
It's life.
Yeah, but it still happens though. There are slow periods.
But understanding that there's slow periods in life, period, you can't just put it on marriage.
Okay.
Because people put it on marriage and they think that, oh, it's going to be like this. Once you get married, it's going to slow down like this. Once you do this, it's going to be like this. It's already like that for you out there while you're lonely.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? While you're looking for. So when I hear men, I might be ready. Listen, what much is going to change? You see what I'm saying? It's not going to get worse. But we make this thing for like where we think like, we'll put it out there like once you get married, oh, it's over. Nah, I'm living my best life since I've been married. It's all in the individual. What you put in.
It is.
So it is. It takes a work to get there.
I just want to read this. It says, "It is a connection of minds, a mutual respect, an unconditional love, and a total understanding. It's about being yourself." And the other wholeheartedly accepting you, flaws and all.
And so that's what I was getting to if you're doing it for other reasons and you not accepting your spouse for who they are, or you're bottling them, you're never going to experience the true, because...
You are, because remember we spoke on being individuals and individuality? And you're not going to be the same.
A lot of people try to bottle things of the opposite person, and you can't do that.
Yeah, but I feel like you're containing them. You're not allowing them to be themselves, like they're to their full potential. Like, so you never get to experience your mate to their full potential. And they're always trying to
and then that's when they become
satisfy
toxic.
You.
That's the toxic. That and people become that.
Yeah, but you're making them that way,
right? I'm talking about the person that's making them that way is the toxic person, because you're not allowing that person to be
free,
exactly who they are
themselves.
Some people put on a standard for people, for the outside world, for how we want to look before these people. That's not important. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You want to look how you need to look in front of them people when you're genuinely, truly yourselves. You see, we quick to that's where with the power couples and if you really pay attention, like some people will get together and just off of looks and no merit or what is behind their...
Speak on that. What is power couple? What
I'm saying, like, we'll give that title to somebody just off of the look.
I know, but people say that I think I posted a picture of us recently or something. I don't know where we were. It might have been DC, but people will comment under it and say power couple. But what exactly do you mean?
Strong. That's how I look at it. I don't look at it as a powerful force of, it's a strong
or relationship
bond.
Goals.
Yeah, it's a
relationship goals, power couples.
Like
those are terms. So they're just. Let me say this.
It's legit stuff. It's legit, but we just put it on anybody just because somebody.
But I wonder if it's just signs or not signs, but words of endearment. That's what I'll say. Yeah. Like we call people auntie or uncle, and they really not your auntie or uncle. You just got that level of respect for them.
Yeah.
So I think then I'll take it as that then.
Yeah,
it as a sign of endearment.
I just feel like we use it loosely because two people would meet and just because they're cute together.
They're cute together. But they got some struggles.
But they ain't even started yet. They just got together. we get on that, and next thing you know, they done broke up. You know what I mean? I look at it like
power on E.
I look at it like all things can work
if you make them. If you want them to.
There's nothing that I'm going to put in front of me that I cannot make work.
That's what I say. Flaws and all, you have to be willing. If that is your soulmate, like if that's the title that you're giving them, I feel like you have to be willing to pour forth the energy and the effort to receive them wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
In the good, like in your wedding vows, through the good, the bad, through sickness and health.
Because if you're going off of feelings come and go.
Yeah, so
they will come and go real quick.
So the look, like you said, you get together off of looks.
I don't know about my looks, but.
So I was asking, in terms of relationship, how do you feel about soulmates in marriage? Do you always have to be married?
You always have to be married.
Yeah, like is marriage like the end game? Like is that supposed to be the end game or the ultimate goal? And I only say that because I screenshotted this one and I'll read it to you, but some people say like marriage that's not their thing.
Right. And
they be together, they operate like in the descriptions that were given of soulmates where they love unconditionally. I believe Like, I know people who are in long-term relationships that aren't married that are.
Okay. I don't know no ones. I don't know no one that's in a long-term relationship that ain't in other relationships. I don't know no one.
I do know a couple people. I actually wanted to interview one. I wanted them to come up only because, and again, this is a judgment-free area, but their relationship has worked. Their kid, like their daughters are grown. Their kids are grown now, and they're still together.
I feel.
They just don't see marriage as their, like, they don't feel like they have to cross that line.
I think there's a oneness that comes with you carrying my name. There's something great that comes from that. So, like, people to overlook that and feel that don't matter, like, I feel...
So that's why I wanted to get your
opinion. It doesn't have to be religious.
I like being married, but I can't knock anybody else who doesn't feel that way.
It's a good thing that comes with that. It shows faithful to commitment. Because them relationships that you talk about, now I'm not judging it, but do I take them, like, it's a blow up. Okay, y'all been together 30 years. It's not the same to me.
Really?
Yeah, because, you might be committed in that sense, but what was the point of not?
Not just crossing that line.
Giving her your last name.
Now that I do say. Now I know, like, women in this generation, like, women are all, like, they're pro women, feminism, like they really claim this thing, though. But I just feel like, I'm game for if you don't want to get married. But then again, on the opposite end of the spectrum, I'm like, well, if you were in it for that long, like, then you might as well had just.
Yeah. The good part is that they can just walk when they want.
I just don't want to be judgmental of anybody because.
I like to be a fly.
No. Some people. So listen.
I'm speaking from a man's perspective. Yeah, right. I mean, this sounds good.
You are. So I'm just gonna read this because I'll be looking, like, when we pick a topic or what have you, I'll be looking for things. So this was just like a status, I guess, of something someone posted, but I just thought it was fitting. But it says, couples have dated for 10 years, then got married and divorced after a year. Strangers have got together on the first date and now are celebrating their 15th anniversary. Some get married after 6 months and some are still living happily ever after. Is there a formula, or do you just give people the freedom to do what they do? That's what I'm saying. Like, being judgment free.
I ain't judging.
Because I know people. I believe Talani's mom got married to Mr. George. I don't think they were together, and Talani don't have to tell me, but or I'll confirm with her so that I know. But I don't believe they were together, like, even for a year before he proposed to her and they got married. And they were married up until he got sick,
right.
and passed away. But so
it's good when the man knows what he wants. He was bound to make it work. When I say that to say.
But how do you know he don't know what he want if he's still in that
I say
committed
that to say,
relationship?
right? I say that to say, women. How can I say this? Women, or I'm gonna say, y'all can come for me. Don't matter. Women are born to play that position.
Huh?
To be married.
Yeah, what? No,
to be married. To be. I mean.
Well, and are you speaking in biblical terms?
No, just to get in the time, like, people, they had they married their daughter off, or they married, like, women are
they gonna come for you next
for like marriage, to be faithful, committed.
Don't y'all come for my husband?
All them standards of what a marriage is, women can play into that role easy.
I think as little girls. And again, that might just be from, like, generations passed down, but little girls do look forward to being married.
How many would, like, I don't care, I think it's the backstory to it. Because if a man comes to say, I want to marry you and make you my wife and give you my life, how many, we don't got to be married, but I feel you, appreciate you for asking me, you right, that's cool, but nah, I'm good.
Listen.
So when you see a man that wants that, how many of them's turning that down?
So I know, like I said, I know of a few couples who have been together. They have children together, and they're in long-standing, long-term relationships. But I just would want to know their thoughts or their opinions. I really would.
I do too.
Because I just want to be able to see things
that they just been.
I just want to see or receive people's others. But listen, you have to be open to other people's perspectives, though.
Just tell the truth.
Oh, God.
I'm telling you, men are sneaky. And when they feel that, listen, it's a moral conscience that if I'm not married to her,
that don't mean that married men aren't sneaky though.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's cool. But we talk about
so you can't say that.
There's some that don't get married just to that fact that they're not obligated. Yes.
Oh no.
All right.
Listen, can I have some feedback from a couple? And again, this is judgment free. I'm not judging you.
And listen, you know who's gonna come to answer. It's gonna always be the woman. Nah, it's cool. We good. Ain't no man come up to I've been fake. Yeah, well, I don't need to get married. They gonna be it wasn't no and I bet you.
But listen,
show me.
So okay.
And so the women can pop up and be like, girl, yes, because there's always someone that knows the truth. There's a female out there that know that. Like,
but we can't take from the fact though that are they soulmates or no? Would they be considered soulmates or no?
I guess.
It's whatever they.
It's whatever standard you set it. Yeah. They're gonna say it. Use it loosely.
Oh man, don't come for us, y'all.
I'm always right. I'm just saying what I say.
I love everybody, but it's whatever. Listen, whatever works for whomever, whatever floats your boat. Because what works for us doesn't always work for everybody else.
He'd be like, "Yeah, I want to marry you and spend the rest of my life with you." Nah, Jerome, I'm cool. We don't gotta
How do you know though that a woman just might be so independent that she?
Yeah, because something happened before that.
A backstory.
Yeah, it's always a backstory. It's a backstory.
It says it's like a best friend, but more. Would you agree?
So then when he died, you just don't get nothing. He worked all that time, and you just a girlfriend unless he wrote you in there.
Yeah, now that part I'd be concerned about, because
ain't
like
nothing tied to you, yeah.
But no,
I know unless he wrote it in there. I hope I hope they know to make wills if they get to that point. But then this way, if it's sudden, all of a sudden, and no wills made, and it's just, and guess what? His mama or somebody else coming in there like, where's the stuff go? Yeah.
Now that
they're gonna be looking for the wife. They're gonna be
me.
looking for someone to sign for things who you are not.
So that part does concern me.
So y'all spending all these years building a legacy that there's no.
Be open to receive other people's perspectives.
I am when they talk. They just come out there. I don't need to be married. Why? Because it's just not important. You're right. You feel strongly about that. There's some reason why.
I thought I saw something one time, and it was like, I got commitment issues. It was a reason that it was a status that somebody put, and it was like along these lines. And then that was the person's answer, that they had commitment issues. And I'm thinking to myself, you couldn't have I didn't say that. Mm-hmm. I didn't know who the person was, but I'm thinking to myself, you couldn't have commitment issues because you're committed to that, to still be in that long-standing relationship. So what commitment issue do you have?
Freedom.
Or it's freedom. That's what you've convinced yourself.
It's still a part of freedom.
Listen,
this is still a part of freedom.
Judge.
I ain't judging.
No,
I'm speaking for me. Like if I wasn't married and we was just in a relationship, how serious do people take me? How serious would my commitment be when they be like, oh, you got a lady? Yeah, that's my girl. To people, they don't care. Like some people's standards stop at before the marriage. But when you just like, oh yeah, that's my girl. I've been with her for 14 years. Oh, they feel you still available then. Yeah, that's not going to stop them. They say you still single. Yeah, you still single. Mm-hmm. So at any time you can slip, fall, get up, and come right back to it.
I don't want no smoke.
You can do
things. Whatever floats your boat.
You can do things and come back like it never happened. Because then what? I ain't inviting no moral law in my. Because we just boyfriend and girlfriend for a long time.
Stop.
You know what I mean?
Stop. I'm going to read it. Stop. You cut it out.
They slipping, sliding, midnight riding.
Cut it out. Yes or no? It's like a best friend, but more. You're my best friend.
Yeah.
I share stuff with you that I don't share with other people.
I'll go with you before I go with anyone.
Yeah. I could dig hanging with you before I hang with anybody else.
Yeah, so it that's why I said there's a magic.
And if it's just us, and I tell my friends that Angel wants to go to the resort. You want me to leave my dick to come go to the resort with you? Yeah. No.
Right. So.
But I feel like on the flip side though, girl time is the necessity.
Yeah.
But I just
go have lunch.
Not dick time.
Go have lunch. So like it's but that's how it's supposed to be. And I think when people get there, they all understand. You understand. And what I love about it is, okay, it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But then guess what? This is why you have them people that's far and few. It feels good to be a part of that number. It feels good to defy the odds of what the.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's something to be proud of. And I look at it like it all entangles. And I don't care who tries to say it doesn't. If it's hard for you to be committed, that means you're like that with other stuff. Because commitment comes a thing. It becomes a becoming of you of all life of what you approach in life. That's just how I look at it. Like I'm listen, man. Show me a committed man. I mean, show me one. Even in the marriage, that's true. But it's easier when you're not. I don't want to hear, oh yeah, maybe twice, but we got over that. No, but you still did, because that bond to you wasn't really that strong, because there was no real sense of commitment. It wasn't something out of your comfortable zone to do. People stay in their comfortable zone. Yeah, you can live a long time being just in a relationship because it's comfortable. You don't really have no standard to them, no ties to them.
But does it, if they cross over, just like this says, couples date for 10 years and then get married and then divorce a year later?
Yeah.
I mean, it's known to happen.
It can happen. It can happen because what you was doing when you wasn't married, it didn't hold, but what it
didn't hold no weight.
It's different.
Oh, well, makes sense. It says this person, so in terms of soulmates, like we're still on the soulmate thing, is someone that makes you a better person.
Yeah, you want to keep them people around. I just posted about that. Like them people are the people that you become entangled to. Like you'll have that bond, especially if you help make them a better person. You know, but you have to be selfless, man, in order to get to that stage of even being like that for the next.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's just somebody, like, it'll be a good, like, art.
I'm just reading through my notes.
If I claim to be loving to you,
mm-hmm.
but I wasn't loving to the other people that come around me, who would really believe that I'm that way? Because that's going to carry over outside of that. It'll be people that say, I realize why she married him. They're going to feel that and understand why. Because they see how you are with them. I see that he's a good guy. You see what I'm saying? Even in that man relationship, like, you can see all the qualities of he's a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So you know that extent of how he is. But I don't know, man. But I am one to be proven wrong, and I need to see it. And I'm telling you, it's far and few. I know people.
Listen, feedback is welcome.
I know people that have been together for a long time, and they can claim all. But I know what he does if he wanted to. I know what you done if you wanted to.
But that's what I said. It's not to say that doesn't happen to married folks either.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about. We talking about the ones that say that I don't need to get married. We're doing just fine. Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You are. You are.
Like,
you might as well stay boyfriend and girlfriend if you gonna cross over to this and still do what you do. It gives you a sense of, I gotta be true to something.
Better.
When there's no accountability, that's why people, I feel, don't want to get married. It stops you from holding that accountability.
That's your...
Yeah, it's that accountability. Listen, if we just boyfriend and girlfriend, it might be one of them nights. Shorty look alright. Shorty look alright. You know what I mean? Shorty look alright. I'm gonna live with it. Wow. She comfortable in here. What she gonna do? Put me up? We pay bills and we got all this stuff. That's how people.
Wow.
And listen, he might not get caught because he ain't gonna feel no moral purpose to feel like I feel bad. I did.
Mm-hmm.
What ties me to you?
The kids.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
I'm being silly.
I feel for men to take that step, they're taking the responsibility of showing I can handle this. Ain't nothing gonna be perfect. That's why I look at people where they get in new relationships. Them same problems is going to arise because you didn't master them.
Yeah,
you can't run from it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You still you.
You can't run from it. So I'd rather you, instead of people like, oh, she was da-da-da-da, who were you in it? Because if you didn't change, okay, that person's going. But if you ain't changed who you were, you're going to have the same outcome.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
So it is showing, and it gets to a point where, I you know what I love? The people that say, you know what? They don't got nothing bad to say. It just didn't work. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna give you the rundown of all the excuses why.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give you.
It's better to just leave it at that. Yeah.
Right? So now, in that same process, if you did not work on what makes you better, and it's not so. in order for me, I gotta pause on myself and make sure you're good. Make sure you're growing. Make sure you're happy. Because the better you moving up, the more freer I am to be able to do me and be me and grow right along with you. That's how we got to where we are.
Yeah.
Like the same things. You see what I'm saying? To a certain degree.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. I'm glad you had that. To a certain degree.
There's some stuff that you like, I don't care.
We know.
So, that's your thing.
And
that's the freedom of being
myself.
Right.
Yes, that is right.
You see what I'm saying? Don't got nothing to do with me. That's you.
I have a question. So, is it possible? So, I was thinking, is it possible? And then I'm going to follow with this example. But do you feel it's possible for people to encounter more than one soulmate in their lifetime?
Yeah. Yeah.
I said that because I always, when I think of the word soulmate, and I don't know why, but for the past year, I think we've been tying like soulmate into like this Lauren London Nipsey Hussle thing. So remember how everyone's like, they were soulmates. I feel like they were. I feel like they were soulmates, and I don't know if they were or weren't because I.
It's all when you die, it will always feel like that.
No, I really felt that he was her soulmate.
That's what they said about Faith when Biggie died. Like I'm just saying,
no,
like
I would have never.
But that's what people like.
No,
that's what it was said.
Well,
like,
so
people say, not saying that, taking that from them.
Well, let's just say even like Lauren said, like Lauren called him her sanctuary. Like she really felt that was like she met the person of.
Yeah, you've seen it. You've seen it from them, right?
So for him to like his life to be taken, and then like so now she's out in the world of and this is just celebrity talk, so we don't know. But is she ever going to get to that point in life where she's going to enter back into the dating world and open herself back up to receive that type of love that he had for her? And is it possible for her to find that?
Yes.
You feel like
because you know what you're looking for.
You feel like
yeah. Listen, then don't. If something I love you with all my heart, but if something it ain't gonna happen. But if something was to happen, I am gonna.
If I die, you gonna go
on?
I'm
gonna be by myself.
No, I would expect for you to go on, but are you gonna find the same type of love? Like I wouldn't expect for it to be the same because it would be a different person.
Right. But I'm open to new. That's only being fair to myself. I'm not going to keep myself captive, and I wouldn't expect the same thing for you. So now you know where your standards are. You know the quality of love that you need to respect. You know already how you've been treated. Anything under that is not worth it. Now, anyone knowing coming into where you came from, the same with Lauren, anyone that knows they got a task on their hand. So don't approach me if you're not on this. Okay. But if you're coming there, God sent you to fill the void that has been taken from me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You would be a fool.
It didn't make sense when you explain it in that light. So you have to know that there's a standard that you have to.
So look at the people that was married and something happened to their husband, and then they was married to someone else 10 years. I know a lady that had one of her husbands passed. Mm-hmm. She met someone else, fell in love, 2 different marriages, but she loved them both.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying? And married and went on. So like you have to open yourself up to be able to love again. Okay. If not, you sit there in that grieving stage, you miss. That's not how life works. That's accepting and understanding life in its full. That you'd be foolish.
Understand. It makes much more sense when you explain it that way.
I think he gonna haunt me.
No.
I'm just saying, yeah, but no, you got.
But I just wanted when you explain it like that, like if whenever like a person would place themselves in a situation where they were ready and open and willing to receive love from someone, they would have to know that if you approach, like you said, right. If you approach me, you have to know that you got some big shoes to fill
before you even approach, because you did your homework and you know who I am.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And that's why I said, like, when you're building, it would take a selfish act to be able to tear down what we built. You see what I'm saying? Like, it would take a lot. Because we have been building so high without, not to go in, I feel what kills relationships, being in one and coming to where I can call myself experienced, seasoned, kind of, mm-hmm. to say,
you can say you're seasoned.
Is that when you pay so much attention to the outside world of what it is, everything else
but not the inside.
That's where it fails. It don't even really be them problems if you was to really lock in. Lock in.
Shut stuff out.
When I hear men tell me about, oh, what it was, but I didn't. You telling me about what was pleasing to you. Coming into any relationship, everyone must learn, and by the time we're out of certain, it's not about you. We got grown ass people in their 40s, 50s that still think that it's about them. It's not about you.
It is to a certain extent, but I understand what it's not about
it's
you.
Not.
Yeah,
it is.
You have to be selfless,
but it's not. And it's like a good manipulative. It's a good one. There's good and bad. You can't make it like it's good and bad. So you got to use the good. You make it about them. The more you make it about them, the more they're going to make it about you.
I told him to do that.
It's like a seesaw.
You got to make them feel special.
You just can't sit on the end and got me up in the air. I'm gonna need you to
put me down.
Yeah, I'm gonna need us to bounce. You spring your leg. You just can't be like when I hit the ground. You ain't gonna push up your feet. You just sitting there like I'm at the top. Like I'm gonna need you to spring me down. I'm gonna push you back up. You got some people that is just sitting at the bottom looking. Like,
that's a good analogy.
You gotta push. Boom, boom, boom. So I feel when you are really focusing on what it is, like listen, man, you might like to be tied up. That might not be my thing, but I'm going to try it one time. I'm going to tie you up. All right, I'm scared. Listen, hold this right here. You pull this, all the knots come off. But I'm going to try it. That's not my thing. But you want me to try it, I'm going to try it. Now, I'm going to try it. I'm like, okay, this ain't that bad. But some people don't get to the point where they try with the other person. Yeah. So it's I think it's a bond that shows. What I feel with marriage too is even honoring God, what He has created, but also the fact that you show I can stand committed to this.
Putting self aside.
Yes, I stand strong that especially when you see a man married, it speaks values. I never really paid attention to the value that it speaks. Especially when I see young men that's married, I'll be like, younger than when I was ever.
Yeah, because
you know what I mean?
To be committed.
And then if you really pay attention, look at all the empty people that's single that get to smash and do all of that. They still all the people that's single that's empty. They get to smash this joint over here, this joint, and
no substance.
There's nothing.
Nothing.
You still empty. All the cheeks you getting, you still ain't happy.
Oh God.
You know what I mean? You see the ones that's happy. You want me to tell you ones that's happy? Like some of them. They in 4 relationships, but they out here doing everything.
That's a waste.
And to the women, but he's living his best life.
But women do it too. Stop just speaking. You have to speak in general. You have to be.
Women do it because men. I still put that on. I still put it on the man. I still think a man made a woman like that. I'm telling you, women just don't come out like with that. That's something you learn.
You redeem. He's redeeming himself.
That's something
because they was gonna come for you at
first. They can't come for me. You gotta go ahead. I put them on the couch. What you want? Listen here, sister. You go measure. Look. Better stop. You hold the standard.
Cut it out.
Like, and it's not that standard of what people. Oh, he gotta have a job. He gotta have this. That's not the standard. I mean, like you want him to work, but I'm talking about how they be having. Oh, he gotta be making 6 figures, 7 figures. He gotta be da da da. Listen. Let's keep a real standard.
Realistic.
Does he love you? Yeah. And pay attention to everything that's about you. That should be the standard.
So give me your summary then. How does one? What would be your suggestion of how can one get to soulmate status? Is that a status? Would you call that a status?
Yeah, it takes work. It takes becoming friends. It takes becoming. It takes. And
it fell again.
It takes time. It takes being able to accept learning that person, giving that person that time.
Time is good.
You know what I mean?
That's a good.
Because there's some people that throw people out and before it even got started.
Yeah.
Like they care about you. It's all these little things that are the main component, and then it just might be the craziest thing where you just feel you might smack his food. I don't know. He might snore. Like it might be something that you feel like.
That's the breaking point.
But that I feel.
I think
you
that's
gotta
a
get past that
personal
uncomfortability.
But I feel like that's a personal reflection of the other person, though. Like, if that's what you would say would be like the straw that broke the camel's back, like the way somebody chews or because they snore, like you willing to give up all that just because of that. I feel like it is a reflection of
it is. Like I used to like. That's why I say when I tell people,
you got to be.
My wife is so different than what I used to. I used to like the ratchets.
You got to be willing to bend. Yeah, I am ratchet.
I used to like the ratchets. You know what I mean? The ratchets used to be, but then after they like get on your nerve. Like I don't want to be ratchet no more. Like you go, it grows with the time. But like I used to like a certain type of female. Like, but you grow and you see like you are my type of female. Like it is building, and that's how you get to that soulmate. Like you can smartly make that person into everything that you need to be with time and patience. No one has time and patience.
Strategically.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Yeah.
It's a lot of smart dummies. They claim they smart, but you couldn't make that work.
I told my friend that you have to be strategic in your approach.
Yeah.
You have to make him feel like it was his idea.
Yeah, I know
like
doing that to me.
Came.
I know. I'll be sitting there. I shake
But
my
it's
head like
to make him. But it's to make him feel included. Like wanted, appreciated. Not that that's her job.
Right,
it's not her job. Right. But
it's,
you love this person, thing. So yeah.
You are my reassurance, and everyone needs one. I'm not an indecisive person. I know what I'm going to do automatically, but I still ask you anyway.
I'd be surprised that you, because then sometimes I'll be like, this nigga know he done already made up his mind. Yeah. I just go, listen, maybe it's strategic in my approach to just be like, babe, I think that's a good idea. When I be like, this nigga, I ain't gonna say I told him so, but I'll go along with it. But listen, I give you the real when I'm supposed to give you the real. But you gotta be strategic in your approach.
I'm spontaneous in certain decisions that I make. And
but we know.
I deal with it as it comes. I'm gonna figure it out. But that makes life worth living. It does. It makes life worth living. It does. Now I ain't gonna say jump out and grab no $1,000 car payment on a Maserati, like nothing like that. Like I'm talking about in the sense of just doing things out of the box, and it builds and adds to it. And I feel that any relationship can be great in its full entirety if you make it that way. You get to set the stage on how it's going to be. It can't be from what you see on the outside, what you see the next person doing or evaluating the next person's marriage. It's, that's why I tell dudes all the time.
Yeah, you can't
stick it out. Yeah. Just hang in there, and
that's what you say.
Yeah, I tell them all the time. Hang in there. Hang in there.
Don't nobody want to hear that.
Listen, if she's faithful and she's not like she's doing what you hang in there. Like,
you know how difficult that is to hear from somebody, especially when you going through a bad time.
Listen, hang. I'm telling you, it's worth hanging. You hang, it gets greater later. And I tell people, listen, don't people like the first couple years of marriage? I'm even say first 6 years, something like it's still early. I'm like, what you mean? It's early.
It's still early.
If you're going to the end of time, it's 6 years. Yeah. That's like a 6-year-old kid. They ain't mature. Okay. When kids start maturing and handle their own? Around 20, right?
Yeah, I was about to say
around 20, 21, 25. That's the same. It works the same way. You're still learning in the begining. Yeah. It's like a baby. Yeah. You get married, y'all learning each other. You learn a little bit more. You learn how to walk. You learn how to make your own food. Next thing you know, you're making waffles. Next thing you know, you're making cereal. Next thing you know, you're making blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, you're cooking whole meals. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You preparing your whole... You got to get there. No one gets there.
Unless they want to.
Yeah, unless you want to. Because you think... I know a lot of guys that be like, they think they're going to miss out on something. And I tell them all the time, you ain't going to miss nothing. You ain't missing nothing. Still just miss out on life.
The single people.
Like dudes that be like, oh, I wonder if I had a brother say that to me today. He was like, man, I was thinking about. That's why he said he posted the question BP, like, and he said he wanted to ask me that.
I saw BP's question, and I was going to tag you in it.
What would I be missing out on? I said, you don't miss out on nothing.
I promise I was going to tag you in BP's question, and I honestly wanted to go back so I can see the opinions of other people. I wish I was part of that because I was gonna tag you.
I looked at I looked at the people answering. Yo, ain't married. He asked married men, and it's always somebody weighing in that ain't been through nothing.
That's why I wanted to go back and read. I wanted to go back and read.
But you ain't married. They just see the question said married men, like.
Well, he opened it up to all.
Yeah, but
he just said. I believe he worded it saying preferably the married men.
Right.
Like what?
But how can a non-married man answer a question on marriage?
Well, he can answer in his own personal sense of why he hasn't gotten there yet. He could.
It was a question about marriage. Like, you can't answer that if you're not married. If you haven't been through that struggle of what he's talking about.
But what if they're considering it?
So then they need to look for answers and not answer the question.
Got it.
Read answers. Don't be given answers.
Got it.
Look for answers
to
help you.
Well, I just
get to that point.
I'm going to go back and spy.
You can't be answering the questions. You need to be reading the answers, not answering.
I did. When I read it, I wanted to tag you just so you can get insight. But I didn't want to.
I got smooth on off of it.
Why didn't you give insight?
Nope.
You would help
Put it
somebody.
before the masterpiece of people. Like, nah.
Help somebody.
It was too much fog.
Outside, and,
too much fog for anyone to see clearly what I was saying because they would not understand because they have not been to that point.
Yeah, I agree.
You see what I'm saying?
I agree.
So,
well, I'm gonna go back and look at
that's why I like to ask,
because I thought that was a good question.
People that have been in relationships and they split and they get with the next person. So I want to know, what are you going to do when that relationship gets to that point?
Yeah, because you haven't conquered that. You haven't crossed that bridge or conquered it. I'll say conquered.
Because it's going to get there. You know.
Well, thanks, soulmate.
Love is.
He's a stubborn soulmate. I had to mold him. And I love how women say we ain't doing that in 2020. I'm building my man up because he builds me up, and I am grateful and I am appreciative of who he is and how he's accepted me and my growth or the lack thereof.
No, you're good. I just want you
but I'm grateful for you.
I want you to live.
I'm grateful for you.
With no restraints.
Thanks, soulmate.
No, you gotta live.
I wish everybody finds their soulmate though. Whether you just encounter them or if it's just built. I want everyone to, and that's we always say that's the purpose of us doing this podcast. We want everyone to just get to that point or level of love. And even when you feel like you're not there or you feel like you're just ready to throw in a towel, like he said, it gets greater later. So
yeah, people be like, you showed up? Like, yeah, I sent it to my wife. And it's not out of I'm going to get in trouble if you sit like we share everything.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's my best friend.
Yeah, it's all good. I don't feel trapped. I don't feel I'm good. I'm free. I can do what everything that I'm allowed to do that I would do. Like
everything.
Listen, that's not my game. Even if I wasn't, like, listen, I don't got time. Listen, I got you and 2 other daughters. I don't need nobody else to take care of. Cause ain't nothing free, and ain't nobody just coming to give you nothing without no obligation to my light bills due, or I'm out to buy your pay. Nah, I don't got time for that. I don't got time for no games. Everyone needs something. There's no, you're just going to creep with this person and she's not going to get attached to you. And where you think something not going to build out of that. Yes, it is. So it's not worth it. I don't have time for that. So,
help somebody.
It is what it is. You think something else is you going to just sneak. Nah, listen. You're going to be paying 2 mortgages. You know what I mean? Taking care. Listen, if that's what you want to spend your life doing, listen here. I got enough females in my life.
Well, thank you, sir.
So,
we thank y'all for listening.
It is what it is.
I'm getting on this communication thing, I promise. As soon as I get my life in order.
So, yeah, we appreciate y'all.
We appreciate y'all.
Our start was a little different for me.
The who was?
Our start.
Spontaneity. Spontaneity.
Yes.
Spontaneous, that's the word. Be free.
Yes, be free. All right, we appreciate y'all. Peace out.